I'm Marie-France Garon, and together with Heather Billing, we are the co-creator of this program. We have been we have been on this program for now over 2 years. We started in 2024, in January 2024. We have had so much success with our program, so exciting. But just to tell you, just give you an idea a little bit, we've started working on it, Heather and I, in 2023 and launched it in January 2024. So we only had 16 people on our first Slim Down that we did. So 16 people, but in 5 days, we lost 75 pounds. I think it's 34 kilos. 75 pounds in 5 days, 16 people. So that was so exciting because now we knew that this program works. We knew that we had something, and we've not changed anything since, just about. We've continued on, and of course it's called the 5-day kickstart, but it doesn't last for only 5 days. We have many people here that have been on the program since then, since January 2024, and we have everything in place to continue on and to support everyone. And we might at the end here hear from some of our participants that have been with us for a long time and their success. But yes, it's called 5-day kickstart. It's to kickstart your weight loss. So we do a 5-day kickstart, and then of course we continue on after. We don't stop there, and we're all here together, and we have lots of support. So what we have is we have a separate Facebook group, Slimdown Beyond. It's there to have all the support. So we've got all our participants there sharing their results, sharing their meals that they eat, and sharing their struggles as well. We want to hear when something didn't happen as expected. And then because we all support each other, encourage each other inside our Facebook group. And in our Facebook group, the Slim Down Beyond Facebook group, that's where you're going to find your guide that has 30 pages of information about our program. So today we want to give you a little outline of the program and how it works. We're not going to go through everything, but inside our Facebook group, there's plenty of information. There's recipes as well, and tips, and basic information about the program also. And we have everything in place here to support you. So make sure to have your guide, and if you can actually print it, that'd be fantastic, because sometimes you want to refer to your food list or just some information you want to access, and it's great to have it printed if you can. Now, I would like to call on Heather, if you're ready, Heather, to come and share a little bit of the outline of the program, about the fasting, how amazing this is on the program. And so fasting, and also about works, and also our amazing supplements that we use during the program. If you can tell us a little bit about that, Heather. Thank you so much.
Hi, Marie-France. Sorry I don't have my camera on at the moment. I'm actually yes, it's great to have some new people here with us today, and so I'll share a little bit about the supplements. As Marie-France mentioned, we have the 3 supplements that we're recommending: the Spectramax, the pre and probiotic, and the digestive enzymes. And we've chosen those specifically because of how amazing they are for the whole system, but in particular in combination with the program, they just work really well to help eliminate and support the body through the process. And so we've got the Spectramax, which is our mineral supplement, mineral antioxidant multivitamin supplement, and this will actually help to reduce any cravings that you might experience, because we are, if you've had a look at the food list, we are eating things perhaps a little differently to what we would normally do. And so when we're eliminating a few things, sometimes that can, affect our desire for them, shall we say, and so we get cravings. So that's where the SpectraMax will come in. It's going to give our body everything that it needs and support us through the process. And then, of course, we have our pre and probiotic, which is fabulous for actually supporting the microbiome. So we really, really want to support that through the process, and that will actually help. That also helps really well with the elimination, getting things moving and moving through the system and out the other end. And then, of course, we have our digestive enzymes, which are fantastic for helping us absorb maximum nutrition out of the food we're eating, and our body processing it in such a way that we get the full benefit. So there are our 3 supplements. We're taking those all when we actually are in the time when we can eat. So we're not actually taking them when we're fasting. Just important to realise. And if there's any other supplements that you're taking as well, then you just take them obviously when you're in the eating window. Which leads me to the fasting. So with the fasting, we're suggesting that we do the 16-8, so 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours where that you can eat. And when it's time to eat, we want you to eat. And we're not calorie counting. It's not low fat. It's good healthy food, as you would have seen in the guide. And when you're first starting out, 16 hours can be, a long time without food, and it can be a little bit intimidating. So just remember, anything over 12 hours is considered a fast. And if you need to actually build it up initially because you're just starting, then that's totally okay. Just realise potentially that the results may be slightly different. It may take a little bit longer, but it's still totally fine. Do what you're able to do and just gradually build it up and keep pushing it out until you get to the 16 hours, if that's what is necessary. So, of course, in the guide, you would have seen that we're suggesting exercise. Nothing too radical. Just some walking is good. Just move the body so that you get your lymphatic system going, and drinking plenty of water as well is also really important. That's easy for us on this side of the world because it's hot, and we tend to drink more when the weather is warmer. But Murray, France, you can have all the nice hot hot teas and hot water and all that sort of thing. So however you can get the water into you, that's important. Anything else that I've not mentioned?
Oh, I think you've covered pretty much the basics of the program. What I would like to talk a little bit more about is the fasting, because this might be something somebody that are new to fasting, and it might be a bit daunting when you first look at I'm not gonna eat before 11 o'clock or something like that. And so take it easy, as Heather mentioned. Maybe you can start with just like a 12 hours and continue on to extend a little bit more after after you get more comfortable, because we can tell you right now, everybody will agree here, nod your head, it does become so easy, so easy. Actually, I'm just breaking my fast right now with my pre and probiotic and just a few other goodness in there. And it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I just, had a busy day and I was not hungry, so I stretched it a little bit longer. So you will find that you can sometimes start stretching longer, or if you can do 12, 13, 14 hours. It's also fantastic if you're beginning on that program that you can just start, learning about it. And it does become so easy. We don't even think of eating. And our food list, let me tell you about our food that we can eat. We can eat plenty of protein, lots of vegetables and salads, and also fat. Please, no buying anything that is fat-free or low fat. If you have yogurt, you have the full fat yogurt. If you have I don't know what else you buy there, but like they always advertise for fat-free this or that. And so no, 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 no. First of all, good fats are so good for us. It will help to lose the weight by eating more fat. Yay, absolutely. And also, the good fats are like your avocado, olive oil. There's also coconut oil, and I use a lot of avocado oil for cooking as well. So these are all so very good for you, and also the animal fat. Yeah. The skin on the chicken, yay, you can have that. I mean, this is something new that we may have not heard of in the past because there was a lot of misleading information. Oh, well, I suppose they didn't know in those times, but like 20 years ago or 15 years ago, everything was on the low fat. And then if you eat fat, then, like it's not healthy or it's, you can put on weight. But no, all the information is very, very different. So long as we use the good fat, it's so important to use the good fat, but you can have plenty. You can have bacon and you can have, lots of avocado and things like that. So no low fat and no counting calorie when you're eating. So we have the eating window that is, if we follow the guide, we start at 11. But again, you can vary depending of your work schedule or your family, how you organize your time. You can vary it. I know that Carrie, she might share a little bit, and I know that Carrie, she chooses to fast in the late, finish eating more early in the afternoon and go until the morning. So what we do and what's recommended in our booklet, we do like finish eating about 7 and start eating just at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, but it can be varied, to fit your schedule. But when it's time to eat, you don't have much restriction apart from following the food list that we have. But it is so important to have protein at every meals. Have your protein all the time and your fat, and of course some vegetable. There's not much restriction on any vegetable except the root vegetable. You will see like carrots or beetroot or things like that. So the root vegetable, they have more starch in them. And so just during the 5 day, we try to avoid those vegetable. But you will see in the food list is plenty. Look at the list of vegetable here that we have. So much, so many vegetable. So there's plenty to eat from. Like it's quite easy. It might be a bit of a change, but the whole family can really eat with us. You might, use some of those ingredients and just give them the little extra if they need to have rice with the meal, or if they want to have some potato or something, you keep that for them. But the rest, you don't need to start eating differently to the rest of the family. We can just start creating some new habit in the household, and it makes it much easier. So anyway, I've covered quite a bit here about the program. I may have forgotten some part. Karen, would you like to share something and see if, there's other points we need to cover as well?
Oh, most definitely, Mary France, and thank you so much, and thank you everybody who are here today, and anybody watching the replay. So welcome. Now, there's some great tips that have been shared this morning already. So thank you, Heather, for telling us about the supplements. That's always wonderful. And just a few little key things that I've noticed that we've talked about already. And I have been reflecting on my top three things that just keep us going in this program. And the first one is having a sustainable behavior change. So we talked about cravings, we talked about fasting. Know that they are real things to deal with. And you are fully supported here. So, with our cravings, especially early on, because this is a new lifestyle. So ride the wave with the cravings. And what I mean by that is notice how that particular food is making you feel. So maybe you're walking the aisles of the supermarket and you see a favorite food that is not on the food list. Just acknowledge the emotion that comes with that and acknowledge the feelings, but breathe, take some deep breaths and ride that wave, because it will go up, but it will come back down again. Like we see the waves at the beach, they go up and they come back down, and that will be the same as your cravings. So just allow those feelings, and then it will become less and less for you. We also talked about the fasting, Murray France and both Heather talking about fasting, starting at 12 and working your way up to the 16 at your own pace. We have also talked about how it's good to fluctuate that. So let's mix up, give some change to your routine rather than making it, okay, I'm doing 16 hours every day. Mix it up, because that will also help with your metabolism. So one day doing 12, one day doing 14, but try to stick to the 16 as much as you can. And so that's always good. Heather has previously told us that anything after 12 hours, that's when your body starts to look for the fuel, starts to look for the energy to burn. So even reaching 12 is great. So remember to be kind to yourself and know that everything you are doing is great for your body. My second thing that keeps us going is our emotional support. Oh my goodness, how important is that? So I do trust that these Zooms help everybody, even if you're watching the replay, but always reach out to the person who brought you to this program. They are there to fully support you, as well as the Slim Down community. We are there for you. We are your cheer squad. We are championing you on because we love to motivate and inspire you through your journey. And the third one is personalized habits. I touched on that a little bit with your intermittent fasting. We spoke, Kerry does a little bit different because she's Pilates instructor, so she's got her classes. Personalize this program to you, okay? You do not have to stick to the 11 to 7 or 7 to 11 if it does not suit your lifestyle. Make sure you modify it to suit your life. So I hope those three things have been of benefit. That's sustainable behavior change, knowing that you've got this journey and we've got your back, your emotional support. Make sure you reach out and get back to the person who brought you here, and also those personalized habits. Make it your journey. We are all here together. We are on a journey of weight loss, but at the end of the day, it's your journey. So personalize it to help it meet you. Again, my name is Karen. I've been a founding member of this program since it started in January 24. At my personal best, I dropped 10 kilos, and that was life-changing. So congratulations for being here, and we are here to support you all the way. Thank you, Mary France.
Thank you so much, Karen. So inspiring always. Oh, wow. Fantastic tips here. Hey, can we hear from Diane? Diane, we see you're driving as well, or you're just in the car? You're not driving, huh? You're not the driver.
I'm just sitting in the car. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You can hear me? You can hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
We hear you very well.
Hello, Amy, and hello, Sandra. from New Zealand. Okay, yeah, I've been like Karen and other people on board since January 24. And I only lost 5 kgs, but hey, you know, that's 5 kgs. But over the last 12 months, 18 months, whatever it is, I've actually got better shape now in my body. You know, I do these kickstarts, and, you know, you can lose the weight. But my tip today is, you know, that fiber sachet, it's the probiotic sachet. There's actually 10 grams of fiber. 10 grams of fiber. That's really important that you take that, even if you take 2 a day. The more fiber, we don't get enough fiber in our diet. You're supposed to have 20 to 30. Well, there's actually 10 in that probiotic, that green sachet one, okay? It is loaded. It is also loaded with 35 billion of the pre and probiotics, which is for your gut, pre and probiotics. And it's also got another 21 million of another sort. There's 10 different types of probiotics in that. So your gut is actually being bombarded to work better for you when you take that green sachet. And then I'm not even going to go into the enzymes here to cover the enzymes. Well, I'll just say that because all our food is not live food today, we eat a lot of bread, cakes, it's all dead food. There's no enzymes to help break down your food. So you actually need extra enzymes. Pineapple's another good one to take, you know, to have fresh, not that you're meant to have pineapple in the 5 days, but, you know, raw foods are the best foods, and that is where you get them from your enzymes. The probiotics. So I lose more weight when I actually drink the water. And you know, you might not realize this, but in fact, your body does need 2 to 3 liters a day just to function all your bodily functions, your perspiration, your oxygenation. You actually need to drink that water, no question. You can't get away with it. If you don't drink that water, you're not going to lose the weight. And if you don't if you don't do those exercises, at least 7,000 steps a day, again, you won't lose the weight. I've proved it to myself many times. Like yesterday, I didn't do my exercises. I was so hacked off because I was really good on my eating. You know, I don't eat until 1 or 2 o'clock. It took a while to get to that stage, to get to 1 or 2, you know, finish eating by 6 or 7. And now I'm out shopping now. It's 12, nearly 12 o'clock. I don't even want my food, but it did take me a while to get to that stage. So anyhow, you know, I wish you all the best. Take the probiotics, take the minerals, that Spectrumax. That Spectrumax is like a bombshell. It's full of like the 74 trace minerals. There's fulvic acid, which gives your body electrical charge. So you get better respiration, you get better oxygen. All your bodily functions will work better if you take that. So that's it from New Zealand. I don't know if you've heard or not, but there's that terrible tragedy in New Zealand. I'm really emotional about it. The 6 bodies very close to me living here in Tauranga, and they're now digging up their parts. So I've talked to you. I wish you all the best. And you just gotta take that fiber. Take lots of fiber, water, walk. Yeah, fiber, water, walk. There you go. Lots of love from New Zealand. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, I know you were sharing with me. There's a bit of a tragedy there, so we're thinking
disgusting.
of you. Yeah.
Okay, I've got to go, guys. I actually have to go.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to still talk to us this morning. Thank you, Diane.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, I see we have Zanali that came and joined as well. Welcome. Now, can we hear from you, Carrie Bramley? Please, I know you always have some amazing information, very inspiring information to share.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie. Can you hear me, Marie-France? Because I can't see you guys.
Oh, yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. It's just, you see, I'm in New Zealand too, and we're all in the aftermath of the cyclone. So it's massively windy here today. Anyway, yeah, that whole tragedy in Mount Maunganui where Diane lives has affected everyone, actually. Anyway, good to have all of the new people here. That's very exciting. You know, I started with the group on the 8th of January 2024, and I have my little book. May I suggest you have a book? And the other thing, I was talking to someone yesterday about our program, and I said to her, you know, be brave and take your measurements. I took my measurements, and I'm so thankful I took my measurements, but I didn't take enough photos. So take photos of what as well, because what Diane was saying is your shape actually changes, you know, and my face went from like a puffball face to much thinner. And in my first 5 days, that's how I knew this was going to work, because I didn't really start for a weight loss as my goal. I was trying to sort out my brain fog so that I could actually function and actually do what I needed to do, like teach Pilates. I was really battling. So, but I had read if you change your microbiome, you can reduce your brain inflammation. So that is still, I mean, the weight loss for me was just a bonus, and I feel so much better because of it. But the issue for me was to get rid of that inflammation in my brain and in my body. I didn't realize how much I was carrying. So in that first week, take a measurement around your neck. Just put the tape measure around your neck. I'll just show you. Just take your tape measure. If you haven't got a tape measure, take some string and then put it against a ruler and write it in your book. So you just take the tape measure, put it around your neck, take that, and there's your measurement. Okay, because I released 2 centimeters from my neck in 5 days.
Wow.
That's when I knew this was going to work, you know. Yeah, so we think, you know, so in the booklet, it's got bicep measurement, it's got calf measurement, it's got thigh measurement. So my right leg was 2 centimeters more in my calf and my thigh than my left leg. But my right leg is my weaker leg from my back injury when I was 23. And I was like, how come this is bigger by 2 centimeters? And it was bigger by 2 centimeters even when I started losing weight. So, you know, that's inflammation. That's my lymphatic system not working in my right leg. So that's what helps us reduce our inflammation, is actually getting this lymphatic system of ours working. And what Diane was saying about the drinking of the water and, you know, working on your fiber, all of that helps to get everything moving in our system. You know, we've actually got to get rid of stuff as well as put good stuff in. But the getting rid of stuff is just as important as the good stuff going in. And if you can get that good stuff going in and reduce the inflammation in your gut. So I had leaky gut. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but leaky gut is your gut is made of these like little loopy bits inside. That's called the epithelium. And these little loopy bits make the surface area for absorption of nutrients bigger. Okay, so that, you know, otherwise our gut we'd have to have like a tennis court inside us. So that's why these little loopy things are in there. But the thing is, they're little bits in those loops, that they're little junctions. And you want those junctions to be tight, not leaky like mine. And so what was happening with me is, you know, it didn't really matter what I was eating. It was still going through and then mucking up my immune system, because your immune system sits right behind your gut. And so then that was inflaming me even more. So you know, this whole thing about reducing sugars and reducing carbohydrates, it's not a rule. You know, so how I reframe it, you know, how Karen was talking, she talks a lot about the emotional stuff. How I reframe that for me is that I'm not reducing the sugars and the carbohydrates to deplete me. I'm reducing the sugars and the carbohydrates so that I can give my gut a chance to lose its inflammation and get tight junctions so that actually I can give my immune system a break. And if I can give my immune system a break, then I'm going to have less fatigue, less inflammation, more energy. So reframe some of these things instead of saying, oh, I have to give up sugar, I have to give up carbohydrates. For me, I'm like, I'm giving up sugar, I'm giving up those carbohydrates because for me, they are not good for my system. And I'm looking for everything. So, you know what? I also say to myself now, I am choosing to eat like this so that I can be better. I am choosing to have this for this meal instead of this or that or the other thing. And I do that with puddings too. You know, I'm choosing to have a pudding that is actually better for me. And my family is getting that, whether they like it or not. If they want something else, they can cook it themselves. So this is how I eat. This is how I cook for the family. How they want to eat within their time periods and stuff, that's fine. But this is what I do because it's better for me and they've seen that. So, yeah, just that neck measurement. What was the other thing you wanted me to say, Marie-France? My weight went from, so I did lose 2 kgs in 5 days. And I mean, my measurements have just gone down massively. You know, my chest measurement went from 102, now it's 101. My waist was, oh, hang on, where was I? 95 on that first kickstart and down to 84. You know, that's inflammation. It's an amazing program. Be brave, stick to the eating plan, do the kickstarts every time they come around.
Yeah.
This will be my 26th kickstart next week. You know, and someone said, oh, it's anniversary day. I don't care whether it's anniversary day or not, because I want my 5 days. So if you don't want to do an anniversary day, start on Tuesday, but then finish on Saturday. Do it that way, because that extra day makes a big difference, and it just gives our gut and our microbiome a chance to reset. It's a gift we can give to our body. So good luck, everyone, but reach out if you're having issues, just so that we can support you, but stick to it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Carrie. We can hear the passion here very much. And thank you for the valuable information here that you shared. Something just came back to my mind when I was talking about the no low fat. I mentioned that. And when, if you have a habit of choosing the low fat, when you're at the supermarket, because we're not going to buy that low fat thing and bring it home anymore. But when you're in the supermarket, take a minute, have a look at the low fat yogurt and the full fat yogurt, and you will see that the one with the fat has less carb. Okay, we're looking at the carb content. That's what we want to reduce, not the fat. We want to reduce the carb. And same thing, I put cream in my coffee. I never put milk. And if you look at the milk and the cream, you will see that the cream has lower carb in them. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah. Cream. We have cream. Oh my gosh, so much. All the time in the coffee, in the pan for the meat and the sauce, and yeah, so much. I'm French background, by the way. So yeah, lots of cream, never too much, and butter. Oh, how nice is that? Lots of butter as well. Yes, so delicious. We have Zenly here that put a camera. Did you want to share something, Zenly? Did you want to share? Okay.
Yes, hi everyone. So sorry. Now life gets busy. And then I just look at my phone. I'm like, oh, there's a Zoom. I didn't even notice. I'm so grateful. Thanks, Kerry, for reminding me about this. And I think what I can say is that what Kerry was saying about the inflammation. I was just talking actually this morning to my husband. We're talking about a friend, and I say, I think what I've noticed about us, I haven't lost a lot of weight, and I've done actually a liquid diet. One of the days I was on liquids until evening, though I made a mistake then of cooking something I like. So it was like lamb stew. And then I was like, oh, okay, I should have thought of my portion size, now my tummy, because, I did well the whole day. And the coffee, I don't know how many of you have tasted the coffee. It's so nice and very useful. What I can share, Marie-France, thank you for sharing that shot of lemon and olive oil.
Yes.
I told somebody also they could use coconut oil, just, melting it. That little trick, I told somebody who couldn't pass number 2 for 3 days, and they told me the following day, that worked so a treat. I'm like, oh. And my husband is like, how do you know that? Like, we do learn tricks and tips along the way.
Yeah.
And for me, I think, and thank you for mentioning even about the butter and, the full fat. I notice if I put milk in my scrambled egg, it becomes like hard. I don't know, probably the casein or something. So I either put cream or water, and then it becomes nice and soft. So thank you for mentioning that, because I'm like, okay. And I don't know, when the whole thing of low carb started, there was the big thing of bulletproof coffee.
Yeah.
I've done that last week, because then it also fills the tummy. It's like you don't necessarily feel hungry. So I think I just want to share the inflammation. It really does take care of the inflammation, making sure what we put in our, because I said to myself, no, I'm not puffy. I noticed that, but I still want to lose weight. And from the time we registered the team with Kerry, I've actually lost 2 kilos, just being conscious of what I'm eating, even though I've not been sticking to any specific, but I'm conscious, and I'm like, okay, am I really hungry right now? And with the coffee, with the butter, it helps to feel full.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask myself, am I really hungry? And I think that has been one of the big things for me to learn the last year, okay, why am I eating right now? Am I avoiding something I'm supposed to be doing? Because I've been in the habit of doing that, where I put off things, and then what I do, I just reach for something, I put in my mouth, and I'm like, okay, why am I eating now? No, I'm supposed to be doing something else. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and all the tips that you share here for the new people. Yes, you may. Me, I know, I think my lowest, because I'm 112 right now. I know I don't look it, because, Africa, we put it more on the hips. So that's where I'm working on it. All just goes to the hip. But it's to say this system, it works on the overall health of your body, and never be discouraged when you feel like, oh, but I'm not seeing anything. And for me, it keeps me young. People can't believe I'm 52.
Beautiful.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, Zannalie. Thank you. Hey, we have New Zealand here today. That's great. So, hey, thank you so much for sharing and for turning up with us today as well. And so, in conclusion for today, thanks everyone that shared. It's very inspiring to hear all your stories. So in finishing, let me show you the product we use, and they've talked about the product a lot. Pre and probiotic, individual sachet inside, and also the digestive enzyme, individual sachet as well. And this one is called Spectromax, that the mineral liquid that you've heard on this Zoom today. So these are the products that we feel really gives a big support to our program. Now, we're starting on Carrie mentioned it, Australia Day. We're starting on the 26th. So, hey, no stress. You can do it. You can do it. You can do your fasting until 11. Normally, Australia Day, we have lunch, don't we? Is it something that people do? Yeah, I've lived in Australia too. So we have lunch. So you can do all your fasting. And hey, we do barbecue, don't we? We do barbecue. So it's easy. Plenty of meat. There's no limit, really. Eat the meat and then, choose the salad. So you can do it. You can still do it and celebrate Australia Day. And if you feel it's too much, just start the next day. It's fine too. Here we are flexible. There's no rules and no pressure. So if you feel it's too much, you can start on the 27th and continue on Saturday. That's fine. Absolutely fine. So in finishing, I will say that you make sure to be inside our Facebook group. And so we do something in there during our week of the 5-day kickstart. We encourage you to share your meals, share your weight, share your measurements, your recipes, and everything that you can. And also supporting the other people as well with a little comment or encouragement, because that's what makes this program so fantastic and so powerful, is the support and the community that we have, and that we all share and support each other. So at the end of the 5-day, the better participant inside the Facebook group will be the winner of 3 of my recipe book. And those 3 books have 25 breakfast, 25 lunch, 25 dinner. They are very, very simple recipe. They don't take like hours, like 10, 15 minutes to prepare. And they all have exactly the ingredients that fits with the 5-day kickstart. So it would be a big help. So at the end of the 5 days, we will have a winner. So we'd love to see your participation inside the Facebook group. All right. Well, thanks everyone who shared today. And it's been really a great to hear all of the different story today. And thanks to Heather, I think she had to go, and to Diane as well, but everyone here. And let's go. We'll see you inside the Facebook group, and we'll share together again in 1 week. We're going to celebrate together. All right. Thanks. Thank you, everyone. And let's make it a great week.